Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube video. Today it's very hot here in Turkey, but at least it's not as hot as Venus. So Venus is what we're going to talk about today. And sorry, today we're going to talk about the location of Venus, Venus atmosphere, temperature of Venus, Venus in the night sky, geography of Venus, volcanic activities, craters of Venus, and a potential life. Now, first we're going to talk about the location of Venus. So most of us probably know that it's the second planet from the Sun. Venus is the second planet from the Sun. It's a rocky planet with the densest atmosphere of all the rocky bodies in the solar system, and the only one with a mass size that is close to that of its orbital neighbour Earth, which is where we are, guys. So next, Venus in the night sky. So orbiting inferiorly inside of Earth's orbit, it appears in Earth's night sky always close to the Sun, as either a morning star or evening star. While this is also true for Mercury, Venus appears much more prominently, since it is the third brightest object in Earth's sky after the Moon and Sun, appearing brighter than any other star-like classical planet or any fixed star. So it's brighter than pretty much anything that's not Sun or Moon. So it's brighter than the other planets we see in the night sky, and it's brighter than every other star we see in the night sky. It's November, guys, in 2 days, and I'm still sweating like mad here. So now Venus's atmosphere. Venus has a weak induced magnetosphere and an especially thick carbon dioxide atmosphere, which creates, together with its global sulfuric acid cloud cover, an extreme greenhouse effect. Wow. So that's probably why the Venus is extremely hot, both day and night. Greenhouse effect. Yeah, something that what we're causing on Earth at the moment. So next, the surface temperature. Yeah, so this is the night side of the Venus. Still really hot, and it's degrees in kelvins. So yeah, very hot during the day and night. So Venus surface temperature. This results at the surface in a mean temperature of 464 degrees centigrade, with a minimum temperature of 438 degrees Celsius, and a maximum temperature of 482 degrees Celsius. So it always stays above 400 degrees, but gets very close to 500 degrees Celsius, but never gets that close. And also 400 degrees is about as hot as a regular fires we see. For example, bonfire, that's about 450 degrees Celsius, and this is apparently how hot the surface of Venus is. So, and has a crushing pressure of 92 times that of Earth's sea level, turning the air into a supercritical fluid, while at cloudy altitudes of 30 miles above surface, the pressure, temperature, and also radiation are very much like Earth's surface. So the pressure on Venus is a lot more harsher than on Earth here. And if you travel 30 miles above ground, um, the pressure and the temperature will be around the same as the Earth. And 30 miles is extremely high actually, because let's see the aeroplanes. Sometimes we see aeroplanes fly around the sky, and sometimes we ride on one as well. The highest is about um, 5 miles, 5 or 6 miles high. The aeroplanes can go up to, but for Venus, for the moderate temperature, like on Earth, and pressure, you have to go 30 miles above surface. So that is extremely high, guys. So now we're going to talk about the geography and surface of Venus. So first we're going to talk about the surface. About 80% of the Venusian surface is covered by smooth volcanic plains consisting of 70% plains with wrinkle ridges and 10% smooth or lobate plains. So it has a smooth grounds, and also it has volcanoes and some wrinkly ridges all over its surfaces. This is the artwork on what the Venus surface could look like. Um, Looks like lava, I see, on the ground, and there's a lightning strike in the background of the volcano mountain. Um, so yeah, highland continents now. So two highland continents make up the rest of its surface area, one lying in the planet's northern hemisphere and other just south of the equator. The northern continent is called Ishtar Terra, after Ishtar, the Babylonian goddess of love, and is about the size of Australia. Maxwell Montes, the highest mountain on Venus, lies on Ishtar Terra. Its peak is 11 kilometers, which is 7 miles above the Venusian average surface evaluation. So it's a lot taller than the Mount Everest. And apparently Mount Everest is one of the tallest mountains on Earth and is about 8.5 kilometers above ground. But this mountain on Venus, Maxwell Montes, is 11 kilometers high, which makes 7 miles. So that's extremely high, guys. So the southern continent is called Aphrodite Terra, after the Greek mythological goddess of love, and is the larger of the two highland regions at roughly the size of South America. So quite a big continent, guys. Um, but so yeah, so now we know about the tallest mountain of Venus, 11 kilometers high, higher than Mount Everest on Earth, which borders on China and India. So next we're going to talk about volcanism of Venus. So yes, the Venus planet has active volcanoes too. So much of Venusian surface appears to have been shaped by volcanic activity. Venus has several times as many volcanoes on Earth, and it has 167 large volcanoes that are over 100 kilometers, which makes 60 miles across. The only volcanic complex of the size on Earth is the Big Island of Hawaii. In 2008 and 2009, The first direct evidence of ongoing volcanism was observed by Venus Express in the form of four transient localized infrared hotspots within the rift zone Ganis Chasma near the shield volcano Mat Mons. Three of the spots were observed in more than one successive orbit. These spots are thought to represent lava freshly released by volcanic eruptions. The actual temperatures are not known because the size of the hotspots could not be measured, but are likely to have been in the 527 to 827 degrees Celsius in range, relative to a normal temperature of 467 degrees Celsius. So the air temperature and a lava temperature on Venus aren't actually that much difference, but the lava temperature is roughly between 527 to 827 degrees Celsius. So that is extremely hot, guys. So this is the artwork of what the volcanoes might look like during the eruption times, and you can see it's very active. A lot of smoke in the background, but so now we're going to talk about the craters of Venus. So the craters of Venus, almost 1,000 impact craters on Venus, are evenly distributed across its surface. On other cratered bodies, such as Earth and Moon, craters show a range of states of degradation. On the Moon, degradation is caused by subsequent impacts, whereas on Earth it is caused by wind and rain erosion. On Venus, about 85% of the craters are in pristine condition. The number of craters, together with their well-preserved condition, indicates the planet underwent a global resurfacing event about 300 to 600 million years ago, followed by a decay of volcanism, whereas Earth's crust is in continuous motion. Venus is thought to be unable to sustain such process. Venusian craters range from 3 to 280 kilometers, which is about 2 to 174 miles in diameter. No craters are smaller than 3 kilometers because of the effects of the dense atmosphere on the incoming objects. Objects with less than certain kinetic energy are slowed so much by the atmosphere that they do not create an impact crater. Incoming projectiles less than 50 meters in diameter will fragment and burn up in the atmosphere before reaching the ground. So any asteroids that comes into the Venus atmosphere that are less than 3 kilometers in diameter, they'll just burn up before they hit the ground level. So that's why there are no craters on Venus that are smaller than 3 kilometers in diameter. So next, is there life on Venus? Well, guys, with extreme surface temperatures reaching nearly 462 degrees Celsius and an atmospheric pressure of 90 times that of Earth, the conditions on Venus make water-based life as we know it unlikely on the surface of the planet. So guys, it's a very hot planet, so no life can actually survive on this planet whatsoever. Because 462 degrees is about the same temperature as the fire itself. However, as of 8th of February 2021, an updated status of studies considering the possible detection of life on Venus via phosphine was reported. So there might have been life on Venus before. Sorry. So NASA has announced 2 new related missions to Venus. So they're called, one of them is called Da Vinci Plus, and another one called Veritas, which they will launch somewhere between 2029 or 2031. So Veritas will study Venus's atmosphere. So we're gonna learn a lot. NASA is going to learn a lot more about Venus's atmosphere, on how dangerous it is, and what it actually contains, and that, and why it makes it all cloudy and dusty all over. And next we have Da Vinci Plus. So Da Vinci Plus will study on Venus's surface. So this is the artwork on what this spacecraft is going to land on Venus when it arrives. So what it's going to do after it arrives is it's going to study the surface and see if there are any if there was any form of life from millions of years ago on Venus. But to be honest, I don't think there was any life on Venus because it's too close to the sun and it's extremely hot planet and doesn't have a right type of atmosphere to support any life on there, whether it was water based or ground based. So now we're going to talk about the next video. Next video we're going to talk about the worst planet. Guys, we're going to talk about the worst planet, which is the one that we're living on right now. Of course, it's not the worst planet yet, but it will be at some point because, one, we're living on there, and two, we're constantly producing greenhouse gases and causing global warming and that. So this is what we're going to talk about in the next video, guys. So yeah, so one thing I forgot to mention to you earlier is the Venus in the night sky. So if you guys are wondering when to see Venus, we're going to see it at around 6:30 a.m. in Turkish time. This is the night sky from this morning, earlier today. The Venus is located right in between Leo and Virgo, and it's in the morning sky. As you can see, some twilight's beginning to appear in the east side of the sky, showing that the daylight is morning starting to break. So yeah, guys. So this is it for today. We got some more videos coming up, you guys. Next, we're going to talk about Earth. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you all have a great evening. Sorry, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So take care, guys, and have a wonderful evening. Cheerio.